What's chillin' news? It's Strawberry here, and welcome to episode 60 of Skyblock Season 3. Every 10 episodes I do like to do a bit of a world tour, so we're pretty much just going to revisit some of the previous old projects. I'm also going to include a world download in the description if you do want to download this world. There's a couple of things with that which I'll talk about in a brief second. Apart from those, we will be doing a couple of things this episode, probably related to cows. I've got things planned, but we've got quite a few things this episode. I'm not sure how long this episode's going to be, so we should probably kick straight into getting into the world tour, which starts off exactly where I'm standing. This used to be the original spawn point for the island. This obviously was the original Skyblock Island. Bedrock denominates that. I think the tree used to be over there and the chest used to be there. From there we built out from the island, but that's just a bit of a memorial from where the island used to be, the original grass and such. From there we built out, so a bridge was built along that way, and then from there that's the original mob grinder. Used to spawn all types of mobs. I'll go over there in a second, but yeah, this is pretty much where all of us started. And when I started off this series, I wanted this to be a bit more of a building series, so this is the original design I had for all of the bridges and such. Obviously I'm no longer following this quite so much anymore, but this is what I had in mind for basically the entire Skyblock Island, and it's kind of evolved to a little bit more than just this original Skyblock design. Over here, this used to be the original storage place and also the tree farm. I since demolished it, and now I've got here the Nether portal. Obviously I've moved the original Nether portal, but this is now 3 wide by 6 high? Yeah, 6 high Nether portal, surrounded with this ice. I'm not sure what this is meant to be, but it looks really cool. Ice tower thing, which has a Nether portal. It looks pretty dang awesome if I say so myself. If I run along here, so this used to be the original mob spawner, and I still use it. It's mostly used for spiders nowadays though, because I've built that mob grinder. We can actually go out there in a sec, but this is some of the remains of the previous mob grinder. Some areas over here. This is because witches obviously spawn, so I've got quite a lot of glass bottles from that. One of them dropped iron boots, or those might have been my iron boots actually. I don't know. But those are a lot of the mobs. Not all of the mobs died when they fell down, so I had to go kill quite a few of them. But if we go up here, actually I've got ender pearls now. Whatever. Already climbing up here. You can hear there are quite a few spiders now. We'll grab some slime blocks. We'll have a quick gander inside. Hello spiders. So this used to be the original layout for the mob grinder. I've since slabbed quite a bit of it, so only spiders do spawn here now. Reduces a lot of the spawning spaces. So we've got 3 layers of spiders spawning in there now. We'll end the pearl there. But this is the new and improved mob spawner. This is set to be 3 high, so it can start spawning endermen also. And we'll go over there. We'll quickly have a gander at this one too. Nowadays the builds tend to be rather expensive because I'm using glowstone and redstone and so many pistons, and I'm using glass for the drop shoot. Right, so this is the design now. So we've got 3 high spawning tripwires, the pistons push them off obviously, and then this will support endermen also, so that's why I've got ender pearls nowadays. So if we... is there anything else I want to visit? Oh yeah, there are a couple other things I want to visit. But we'll go down there in a brief second. I'll show you the bottom of this mob spawner. I built that a few episodes ago now. And then if we run over this way, I'll quickly touch on that. So that is the iron farm. I built that with the intention of being the Iron Titan originally, and I thought that was going to be spawning so many iron golems. I've rebuilt it quite a few times, but they do break quite frequently, so I've pretty much given up on that, and it spawns iron golems frequently enough anyway, so I don't really need to worry about iron. But it would have been nice to have a working iron farm. Maybe one day. This is what it looks like on the top. So we've got some villages over here, and then all of these doors are representing the villages. So this is still working as an iron farm, albeit a bit more of an expensive original iron farm. It spawns iron golems about the same as a normal iron farm though. It's fine, it's just a monstrosity in the sky, really. It does still work, and when the iron golems do get crushed down in that building over there, which we'll also visit in a brief second. A lot of what I'm going to show you, so I'm trying to show you from top to bottom. We'll go down to the bottom in a brief second. This is pretty much my main storage room. I keep a lot of my stuff over here. So from here we've got the valuables in the center, we've got wools and dyes, tools and clothes, redstone and iron, food, organic blocks really, wood, mob drops, stone. I've moved quite a bit of it downstairs since because this storage room isn't quite really big enough. Got a glass chest here, and then some furnaces and whatnot, extra suit of armor. And then this is the planning board for things I want to be working on. So today we'll be working on the cow farm in a brief second, once we're finished with the world tour. This building, this doesn't really have a set theme. I think I would call it the question of the day building. So a lot of the different pathways branch out from over here, and then we've got this wall of people who have all answered the question of the day response. So if you do answer the question of the day, then you get your name and what episode you commented in. I've shown it off already, but I wanted to quickly show off that I am going to be introducing now some new names for everyone past episode 54. So who do we have? We've got Murph episode 54. We've got, I believe Meg is next. Yeah, Meg. You'll be episode 54. Welcome, welcome. And Afra for episode 55. And then we've got Krishna 56. I've been meaning to do this for a while. I've just been putting it off, to be honest. And then we've got this wall here. I'm gonna run out of room soon, to be honest. Sig Corpse for episode 57, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. Sharpboy 1216. Episode. Bugger me. Is it 58? Yeah, it is 58. Awesome. It's Trov. Episode 59. And we'll get into the question of the day stuff in a brief second. And then Deadly Dirt Block. Episode 59. If you guys want to join in, then answer the question of the day. But yeah, welcome to the wall, guys. You guys are on the wall. Good stuff. Actually, this gives me a good chance to show this off. So this goes quite a few bits down, but I implemented a bit of a slime block elevator over here, so we can get in the minecart, pushes us back to the top, given it drops the minecart down. Probably the most used thing I ever use in this world. Hell yes. Alright, let's sleep off tonight and then we'll continue on. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Sleep, sleep, sleep. Alright, we'll move over to the top layer. So up here we've got, I don't really use these so much. This one I think is broken. This used to be the AFK fish farm. I will probably have to try and fix it at some point. It might still work, I just don't ever use it. But it gets me stuff like cod and salmon and pufferfish, saddles, if I wanted to use saddles. Could probably use saddles as a part of the horses and whatnot. Idea for the future, really. Name tags, yeah. And then over here, this is the compact mini farm, so I can pretty much just push that button. This is quite loud, I'm sorry. But yeah, this is how I get away with farming with only one dirt block, and then that generates me some wheat, potatoes, carrots. Very nice indeed. This is a village which I plan to decommission eventually. 3x3 redstone door. I've got a lot of villagers in here, so I've got a bit of a villager breeder in there. Generates baby villagers essentially. All of these villagers are currently around. I put some work into it, so it is still working as a normal village and whatnot, and obviously these guys have got good villager trades for me and whatnot. I just plan on eventually redesigning it because it's rather ugly from afar, so that's what that is eventually going to be. Hopefully the new villager area. Yeah, we've got all of these villagers here, with all of these differently designed doors and whatnot. Whole design with grass and slime blocks. Don't really like it anymore. Under here, this was meant to be a design so I could have certain villagers inside here, and then when I was eventually done with their trades, say, so the shepherd, I go, hey, I'm no longer going to be using you, so I could push that button. That would take the villager out, and then we could run along here, so it drops off the villager over there, and then the minecart would go back to the original. Oh, it'd be dropped off there, and then I could chuck it in one of those villager slots. That no longer works so much, which is why you can kind of see some villagers hang out on this cathedral build. So welcome to the roof of the cathedral build there, villager. You can stay there for eternity. I have no use for you. But yeah, this doesn't really work anymore. This is a cathedral build, so this is one of the major big builds I wanted to do to spruce up the world, and I think it looks rather nice. It was pretty expensive when I first created it, and a lot of work went into this. But yeah, I like it a lot, really. And here, I had a Patreon for like a year or so. I don't really intend to do anything with it, but Nick Vegas, he was a patron of mine for about a year, so I appreciate that. So he'll forever be on that wall there. I've since decommissioned it. I don't plan to use Patreon. And here, this is Cathedral. I keep some other villagers in here. Don't know why. I feel like I'll probably just use those villagers in here, but apart from that, there's no real reason why there are villagers in here. This will be the last forever floating block of water in here since the water update. Pretty much just gonna praise it forever. If I ever try to put water next to it, it will update and I'll never have floating water again. So now we're down here, we'll visit some of this stuff over here. So up here, this is an automatic ice farm design I have. You can use minecarts to get all the way to the top. And then in here, we've got the ice farm here. I don't tend to use it too much. I don't really have any need for ice, but I can pretty much just break it with, I've got this diamond axe here. Over here, if I just break that, then next time the ice freezes over, then it will update all of these ice blocks in. I'll have ice. Pretty simple, really. I don't really use ice too often, so I don't really need it so much. But it's cool to have over here. It's pretty much just a flying thing. Like, if I look over here, for example, all of us, there's a lot of flying structures around here. I think that's the nature of Skyblock, though. There's so much depth to this world. Over here, pretty simple mushroom farm. I think I got showed this by Seth Bling's video. Pretty much you just chuck a mushroom in there, remove the slab, and then you grab some bone meal, and then you get a mushroom. Pretty self-explanatory. I'm going to chuck a torch on it because mobs can spawn on that, thank you very much. This big monstrosity in the center here is the heartland of the Slime Punk City, which is what I've named around here, named by Terraria Gaming. So that's the majority of where the slimes spawn, but slimes do spawn on these other blocks. So all of us is really slime. There are so many slime that spawn that they all end up in that cactus area, and they all rub themselves against it, and I collect a lot of slime balls. I just use slime balls nowadays as a bit of a scaffolding block. I really don't care about slime blocks. I got slime blocks right here to prove it. Over here we've got the automatic pumpkin and melon farm, which still works actually. I think. Oh yeah, it does, because I've cleaned this out recently. It's got a melon in the back, so all of these are bud powered, and then every time the bud activates, then this hopper minecart then moves along and collects all the melons and pumpkins. Pretty self-explanatory. I just let it run, really. Over here, so this used to be another part of my tree farm. I just used to grow them in a line. I use it nowadays for leaves and for saplings and anything. Over here, this was going to be my excess storage. This is the Kiwi Corpse Motel. So I've got some stuff in here which I'm never really going to reuse. Melons, poppies, feathers, more slime blocks. What do I have in here? Wooden overflow. A lot of doors from the previous iron farms and such. A lot of arrows. And then up here, they're all named up kind of parodies of previous people who were commenting in the episode. This is the bottom of the mob farm which I built recently. it works really, really well. So I'll actually be taking all of these ender pearls so we can ender pearl a little bit more around this place. It works really well though. And then there's a cactus there for anyone to walk into in case they get in the way. Over here, this is the chicken farm. This is actually probably one of my favourite projects to build, because one of the things I was thinking about is how do you actually automate getting cooked chicken. It's really easy to make a chicken farm where you can get raw chicken, but I didn't want to get raw chicken. I wanted to get cooked chicken. And you can't kill chickens with just lava. You need to kill them with fire. So this design is that the chickens, once they're fully hatched, then they get into this collection area, and that slime block shoots the chickens through the lava blade. They die while on fire, and they drop down in here. And it's working really well. That's all of the raw chicken I've actually collected, so this works really, really well. I'm very proud of it. This is my design as well. Like, you would not ever need a design... Was that an Enderman? You will never need a design like this outside of Skyblock, where you've only got one lava source block. Oh, actually, I'll very quickly show this off. This is the memorial, the monument I have for the Slime Punk City. We'll be naming our one in the Nether very soon, based like that. And this is the collection point for the slime, so as I say, there are a lot of slime balls, and then there's even more slime blocks over here, more than I even know what to do. Very mini hidden little corner. This is for eggs in case I even need them. I don't think I'll even need it really. A bit of a lake and a bit of a chair. Over here, this is a cactus farm. I don't really have enough use for cacti, but what can you do? I designed it so you could put fireworks in here and it shoot fireworks whenever a cactus came through, but I've stopped caring about filling it up. This is my main cobblestone generator. It comes off the lava source block, which powers both the chicken cooker and itself, of course. So the way it'll work is that if I mine this, for example, one of the big challenges you'll ever have in Skyblock is that when you're using a cobblestone generator, the cobble for the most part will get burnt up by the lava. So this design is that once I break that, then this will push the stone out from the cobblestone generator. That way I've got 100% attrition rate, and then this will keep going and then automatically shut off once it's completely full, so it doesn't cause any lag in this world. So that's a new one. I guess I need to break this one and then... Yeah, cool. I'll fix it later. But yeah, it works so I don't ever have to worry about shutting it off. Over here, which is going to be the future project in this episode, I hope, if we have enough time, I want to make a cow farm here. I want to get liver and cooked beef. Very nice indeed. Alright, over here we've got our mass furnace generator. Honestly, I'll just chuck some cobble in here and it'll cook itself. Simple enough, really. This is the cake factory, which we made a couple episodes ago, actually. I've not really had to use it so much, but I plan to use it eventually. This is a new mass storage. I've not really done too much to sort this out, but I've been mining cobble and wood and whatnot. But yeah, I plan to have a little bit more bulk storage here, and it's underneath the tower itself. Very nice indeed. If we run up these stairs, then we're getting into the more modern side of things. So over here we've got the automatic tree farm with a lot of iron blocks on the bottom. I use this quite a bit. Long story short, you just grow trees. I think this is a Seth Bling design. It might be a service design. I don't remember. But yeah, you grow trees. Cut it down. Self-explanatory, really. This is the bottom part of the Iron Titan, which I showed you. So this is generating iron passively. I don't need to do anything with it, so the rate in which it generates iron is fine by me. There is a building in the back. This is pretty much just if I have any inkling to do some building, I do a little bit here and there. Building on this little castle here. It's nothing major. It's just something that slowly gets built over time. And will eventually get built. And then there's an underneath for... Oh, by the way, this guy's name is Tony. That's fine. Under here, this used to be the design for the Iron Titan. I've since removed the Nether portal. It never worked. We'll do something like that ambitious in the future. If we run along here, this slime farm not slime farm, the squid farm. It used to work. With the changes in Minecraft, squid no longer spawn in that specific area. So I've just removed the hopper minecart, but we've got plenty of ink sacs over there now. So we don't even need to worry about them again. We'll go over here very quickly. This obviously was built last episode, so this is a couple episodes ago. So this is a minecart track which runs over here, and I've done a little bit of work over here. So this is going to be the new villager location, and we'll also have cows and stuff, but it's going to be a floating sand island sort of area. Work in progress, but you guys already knew it. And that's the reason why I don't like the village so much. It looks hideous from below. It's just a lot of slime blocks. Alright, with that then, we've got a couple other places. So over here, this is the bottom side of the ice tower. So in here, this is where I spawned all of the different passive mobs. Done that fairly recently. So over here we've got the cow farm, which we'll be using you guys in a brief second. We've got some horses, which yes, I can use the saddle to ride around the world, so that's not too bad. We've got pigs and we've got sheep, so we've got plenty of future projects for those guys. And I think that's pretty much everything in the overworld. We'll go visit the Nether very quickly then. 21 minutes. We've got a lot of stuff in this world. Hope this episode's not too long. And I hope I haven't missed anything. I'm pretty sure that's everything. Over here, this is the new world, which I have yet to name. That was the question of the day last episode, which I'll bring that name out very soon. Over here, we've got the pigman farm. I've used it pretty recently. This is basically all the slimes attract all the pigmen. I used Snow Crasher's video. I couldn't do it exactly since I am missing some of the stuff that is required for it, but over here basically you get a lot of angry pigmen and they try to run at you, and they see the trapdoor as a full block, so they fall down. It gives me a lot of experience, which is why I'm on 161 levels currently. But yeah, I pretty much just stay here until all the rotten flesh and gold are generated, and then I use that to trade with the villagers for paper and for glass and whatever. It works very, very well. And then I use a bit of a furnace array in the back to smelt all the golden swords over here, and that gives me more gold nuggets. Awesome, and then there's one more thing over here, which is what we were working on last episode actually. So we've got the magenta walkway. This is a minecart track which goes all the way to the end, but we've got an ice track in this end as well. And then I'll show you what I've been doing last episode actually. Oh, I thought there was a pigman in the minecart. So I have been working on this, and we're pretty much there. There was some concern, I believe from Deadly Dirt Block, that not all of these layers would be Nether fortresses, but I tested all the spawning spaces. I think this side doesn't spawn the Nether fortress mobs, unfortunately, but that's fine. But all of the layers do spawn Nether fortress mobs, which is great. That's one which I was trying to test actually. It's not spawning anything, is it? Yeah, it's not. I don't know, we'll test it in a second, but that's a future Nether Fortress pigman farm, so we don't actually, we won't get experience from it, but we don't really need experience, do we? But yeah, that's a future project as well. But yeah, that's the entire world. Alright, so the thing I wanted to say is that if you wanted to have a look at the world yourself, I've got the world download in the description, but I can't really decide. It'll probably be at least a couple of weeks. I'm going to host this on a private server, which I'll put a server IP address in the description. It's my own private server, so you don't need to be whitelisted. I'll pretty much host this world on here. If it gets broken, I'll reload the world and stuff, but you can have a walk around and have a glance at the world as is. But yeah, that's the whole world really. Alright, with that time then, I didn't actually realise that was going to take a amount of time, so we'll just do one project, which is the cow farm. So the cow farm, similar to the chicken cooker, I don't want to cook my meat. I'd rather just have cooked beef, and also I'd want a lot of liver, so I can have books and whatnot. And actually, I don't really know what else you're meant to use for liver. I think it's just books really. But yeah, we'll have a cow farm here. My thinking was that I wanted it to be brown mushroom. We don't really use it too often, and then we could design this in the shape of a cow. So we'll build this right here. Obviously we need it quite close to the lava, so it'll be a question as well of how exactly are we going to get the lava over. But we'll get started on that now. I'm going to start building the cow farm. I'm going to do the question of the day answers, and we're going to run through some of the suggested names for the Nether city. So I'll get back to you guys in a brief second. Alright, question of the day responses. Let's get into it. First and foremost, thank you so much for the suggestions, guys. We've got 4, so I'll be picking one of the 4. My apologies if I haven't picked your one. If I haven't picked your one, then you've got another option. The question of the day for this episode is that if you could pick a name for the beach city island area, whatever it is. Well, I don't know what to name it, so if you could pick a name for me, and we'll name yours for that city over there. But we'll go through the 4 we've got for the Nether city very briefly. First we've got from It's Trov. His suggestion for the Nether city is Helltown. By the way, I love this series, man. Thank you very much. I have a blast making this Skyblock series. It's very close to heart for me, so I'm glad you enjoy it. I very much enjoy making these episodes. Thank you very much for your suggestion, Trov. We've got from Brett Rose. I made a remark from the previous episode that Brett Rose is still around. Brett Rose has been around for a couple of years. So I'm glad that he's still around. And his comment is, of course I'm still here. And question of the day response, either the Wither Town or Gastville. So those 2 suggestions, thank you very much for throwing those into the mix. Take that into consideration. Last comment we've got is from Deadly Dirtblock. He says his suggestion is Magentropolis. Pretty impressive name, to be honest. Now, out of those 4, I'm going to pick the one which I feel like I might have difficulty saying the most, just because I think that's a little funny. So I'm actually going to go with the Magentropolis, because I feel like I'm going to mess up more than once at least with your suggestion, Dearly Dirtblock. But thank you very much for that one. I picked yours, and my apologies if yours was not picked, but if you make a suggestion for the beach city, I might pick yours for next episode. Right. There's a clip coming up here. I hadn't recorded this audio yet for this clip. So, yeah, I'll show you what I mean. Honestly, I was just in the peeling around and then this happened. So I died. I was in the peeling around and, yeah, I think that's death number 39. There's 167 deaths. Deaths? What am I talking about? 39 deaths, 167 levels lost, but levels don't really matter so much. Yeah, so that's awkward. That was not planned. I was gonna do a different cut, but I guess we'll go from here. So, yeah, that was the question of the day stuff, so we have actually gone through with Magentropolis. Yeah, I said in the responses that I pretty much picked it because I think it's pretty funny to say, but I do like all the other responses, of course. Thank you very much for everyone. I guess I'll show you this. So this is actually the cow farm as it stands. I've completed all of it. It's a pretty basic one. Like the cows go on the top, you breed them, and the baby cows fall down and into this little bit of, there'll be like a lava blade here which will kill off any of the baby cows when they grow into adults. Now the thing that we need to do is we need to bring over the lava, which I guess we'll do now actually. We'll get the water out of the way first. Water, you can stay over here. It's about time. I feel so nervous whenever I do this. I feel really nervous every time. Oh, okay, well, more cooked chicken. Good timing. We need to go to the top here. I need everything in my inventory. It's so out of place. How am I gonna get up here? I need to move the lava, so I need to go there and then up here. We're not really moving the lava so much. I built this whole white glass tunnel over here, so pretty much I just need to hold the lava for a brief moment. Okay, we're good. Okay. So I think what we do, if I remember how I set this up correctly, is we put a slime block there, and then we'll remove this white glass, remove that white glass, and then, right, so we're going to redirect the lava to go down the chute first, and then when the lava's going that way we can break the slime block and it'll fall down. And that should be no issues, I hope. Whew, okay. At the very least we're not going to be losing the lava block, which is the most nerve-wracking thing I ever do in Skyblock. Alright, that should go down. That should travel this way. Okay, yeah, that's fine. And then if I am correct and I break that slime block, that should go down to the cobblestone generator. That's all good over there. Over here, that's lava blade for the chicken cookers, absolutely fine. Yeah, that's all looking good to me. And if we run over here, lava should just be falling in now. By the way, I did not test whether mushroom blocks can catch on fire, so I'm hoping not. And yes, okay. Cool, nothing went wrong, we're good. So we've got 3 sources of lava now, and one powering the cobblestone generator, one the chicken cooker, and one the cow farm. We'll have to sort out the cow farm in a second. I wanted to make this look like a cow, but it's obviously not looking like a cow, so what I was planning on doing was going over to the villagers, grabbing some emeralds, and I would like to trade with them some brown wool. The only way you can get brown wool is through villagers, because you can't get cocoa beans in this world. So I'll do that in a brief moment. What we'll do is I'll actually head over to the Nether very quickly. I'll grab who suggested Megentropolis. I'm saying that right now. Awesome. And we'll go build the Nether portal to name the Nether city. Oh yes, and as I said in the question of the day responses, so now we will be picking a name for this city, if I can see it from over here. The whole sandy island place over there. So if you can think of a name for that island over there, if I didn't pick your name, I'm really sorry, but you've got another chance to name that monument over there. So, yep, I'll grab the name of the... let me meet you at the Nether monument, alright? Alrighty, partnoids, so if that's where the Nether portal is, then as you come out, then this is where the Nether city monument is going to be. Sorry, the Megentropolis monument is going to be. So this is the design as of so far. We'll build the top part in a brief second, but first we've got to check on the name. Welcome to... I'm getting a lot better at saying this name. Megentropolis. Although I imagine I'm going to have issues with saying it in the future. Alright, let's build... Oh, that's not what I wanted. Let's build this monument here. I believe it's too high. And then from here, I don't know, let's check an orange wall down here. Magma block. I hope... Ow! Okay, well if you shift... Ow! If you shift over a magma block, it does not hurt. Good to know. I've got glowstone with me, so we can chuck a glowstone there to light things up. What else have we got? We'll chuck a jack-o'-lantern there. We'll chuck some red wool on the side here. Oh my goodness, I'm not going as fast as I want. We'll chuck that there. We'll chuck, I don't know, an orange wool. I'm not very good at making things up as we go along. We'll chuck some slime blocks in here as filler. Ignore the hideousness that is going to be the slime blocks. That goes there. We'll chuck a magma block there. We'll chuck a red wool there. We'll chuck one there. We'll put a magma block on the top. We'll put a glowstone there. On the spot building. Heck yes. Alright, so that's going to be a red stained glass in which we'll chuck a glowstone. We'll chuck another one here also. And then we'll put one more magma block there. We'll do a red... Ow! That's not what I want. Please leave me alone. We'll chuck one there. We'll do an orange wool. Tell you what, we'll do one more red wool there. And we'll do a special... we'll do a glowstone. And then we'll do a glowstone on top. And then just to finish it off, we have to put some carpet. The thing about this area, we'll chuck it everywhere except the glass. Oh, we could get away with not placing it. Ow! We'll chuck. Ow! Ow! Stop it! The thing about this entire Nether city is that I wanted to build it in the sense that it's all with delicate materials. Like when you don't have gas spawning at all, then you can build with the most precious materials. Oh my god, that's beautiful. That's more beautiful than I expected. So as you come down from the portal, this is the monument, Magentropolis. Alright, glad we built that. Let's head back and we'll finish off that cow project. As you would have noticed by my inventory, I did actually go, got more rotten flesh and gold, which is why I'm on 100 levels once more. I've got cows down there, which I brought out from the farm there. And what we'll do, we'll move the cows through onto the cow farm. I'll do one and then I'll do the rest off camera. Can you guys stay here? Yeah, please, thank you. Alright, we'll move one of these cows up here. Hello. Maybe slime blocks aren't the best because I'm moving so slowly when shifting. Cow, okay, thank you very much. Alright, and we'll move you up here. Come now, cow. This way. Oh man, this would be a lot worse if lava could put slime blocks on fire. Alright, we're nearly done. And yes! Alright, cool. We got that. I'm gonna lose that lead, but it doesn't matter. I've got redstone up here, so if I do power the redstone, then it allows baby cows to go through. Like, oh my goodness, I did not want to fall. That allows the baby cows to go through. If I turn it off, of course, then it allows the cows to breed inside. So, I'll get the rest of the cows up there in a brief second. The other thing I wanted to do was I wanted to make a cow face around here. Oh my... slime blocks are so hideous in this world. Right, we'll make the cow face here. I do not really think that's through. Maybe I'll do it in the ear. We'll do it like 3 high so we can actually get to that entrance over there. We'll chuck it here. 2, 3. We'll do 1, 2, 3, 4. I've only built this once in the creative world, so hopefully I remember how to do it. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Counting with Torbury. Always the best show in the world. Alright. That's the lower part of the cow face, as you can see by this cow. Oh my goodness, I did not plan this. We've got the cow there to actually base off. Ender pearl. There we go. I love having ender pearls around here. It makes us going around and navigating within Skyblock so much easier because, well, naturally you saw me die, so it also introduces an element of risk. Which, save at least isn't that bad. I haven't really died in a while. Oh, I actually do need a cow reference. Alright, what have you got? Alright, so it's light grey wool over here. This is the extent that I ever do pixel art. I see so many amazing pixel arts from people. But I don't really do pixel art on my own. This goes to a black, that's a white, and then this is brown, brown, and brown. And then we'll chuck a torch there. From behind, it's pretty much just a simple brown all the way up and down. From here we'll do brown. I never did the mouth. Should probably do the mouth. That's white, 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 and blacks on the top corners, and we'll do a light grey wool. Moo. I'll figure out some other thing. I don't know, we'll put some fences there or something to make it look like it's not floating. But we'll just do some brown up here, brown, 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 brown. We'll do some light greys here. I'll probably chuck some glowstone up here. I've got glowstone on me already. How convenient. No! I'll pick it up soon. We'll chuck a glowstone there, and brown wool, brown wool. And the last thing is this cow needs ears. So we've got some grey wool for some ears. We'll go boop, boop, boop. And we'll do a little bit over here. Boop, boop, boop. Grab that grey wool, because every single resource in this game is precious. And that's the cow. I was intending that to look like that. You gotta make do. You gotta make do when your building skills aren't leave a lot to be desired. Anyway, I'm gonna finish off the cow farm. One more cut. When I come back, then you'll see that the cow farm is gonna be fully operational. Hopefully, I'll be back with you in 1 sec. I'm coming to grips with this diff. I was testing the minecart ladder to the ice farm, and I got out of one of the minecarts, and I started falling into the void. So, yeah, that's something which I need to fix, but that's another diff. I don't think I'm losing anything major. I don't think so, but that's really annoying. Unless I can ender pearl back up. No. No, I don't. Ah, bugger me, that's the 40th death. I am dying way too much. Jeez. I can't believe I've died twice in this episode. Every other episode I've barely ever died, but this episode I've died twice. But anyway, I have found some armor and some tools, so I got back into finishing this cow farm. So this is what it looks like now. This is the final result. I like having the cow head there. Yeah, I bred up all the cows. I had to do a little bit of a rearrangement on the top to allow the cows to populate, and then now we've got a healthy amount of cows which will produce the baby cows. The way to get up there, I've changed the ladder for some minecarts to make it look extra pretty. So once you go up here, it goes to this little area. I did not bring any wheat. I've got down here a slime block. This gets me down here. It's already starting to do some steak and liver. I'm probably not going to use the steak so much because I've got this cooked chicken and I don't have to do anything for the cooked chicken. The liver's going to be really nice though, because then I can get some item frames, which I actually do need actually. So let me breed up some of these guys. XP does not matter because I never use it. We'll chuck that in there. But yeah, basically the I don't know what you'd expect. It's a cow farm. The baby cows get pushed out and then they go down there into the water and then they get killed by the lava blade. Simple as that really. But I did actually need some item frames because over here in the storage area I've added a little bit extra. This doesn't look great. This is the arrangement that I had. So if we had some... no, I'll grab some extra sticks. Let's make some item frames. There we go. And then we can chuck it up there instead. There we go, that will look a little bit better. So we can put glass over there. And all of it. I'll sort out the rest. I feel like I haven't quite filled up the storage room as much as I'd like. But yeah, that's the cow farm. A little bit of a mini project, but that's after the world tour we had this episode. So yeah, with that, we'll end off the episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Two things. Just quickly remember that the server with this world is going to be online and it's going to be on that private server, so if you don't want to download the world you can have a quick look at what we're doing here. Also, if you could think of a name for that area, and I'll name that city once we've got a suggestion on the next episode of Skyblock. But yeah, thanks so much for watching guys. Have yourselves a lovely day. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you when I see you. Peace out dudes. Cheers for watching. Bye bye.